Hello and welcome to Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight, a series where I give a more subdued and informative look on the weapons of Phantom Forces. In this episode, I'll be taking a look at the M14. The M14 is a battle rifle unlocked at rank 2, and it serves as the first battle rifle the player can unlock. It deals 40 damage up to 80 studs, falls off to 26 damage by 200 studs. It fires at 750 RPM and has a 1.1 times body multiplier and 1.5 times head multiplier. It also has a muzzle velocity of 2550 studs per second, and finally a 1.8 studs penetration depth. And here is the shots to kill table. The recoil is pretty high, composed mostly of camera kick and recoil displacement, and a whole lot of horizontal recoil. It carries 20 rounds in the magazine with 100 rounds in reserve of 7.62 NATO rounds. It has a 2.5 second reload speed and a 3.5 second empty reload speed. Finally, it has 14 walk speed and 14 aim speed. The M14 is a bit strange as far as battle rifles go. Battle rifles are typically powerhouses at medium range, dealing a whole lot of damage, having pretty good movement speed and okay fire rate, but having small mag size and a fair bit of recoil. The M14 pushes on both of these extremes, resulting in a battle rifle that has a whole lot of range with the highest fire rate in its archetype, but also having just absurd recoil. In fact, the horizontal recoil is pretty much almost double compared to other battle rifles. So the regular battle rifle playstyle is affected strangely by these stats as well. I personally don't think the M14 works that well at medium range like other battle rifles do. Going full auto at medium range has a whole lot of recoil and you're going to miss quite a bit. But also tap firing at medium range is also a little too slow. So instead, the M14 somehow excels in both close range and long range. The high damage and high fire rate makes it very powerful up close where you don't have to deal with the recoil. And tap firing at long ranges works really well because the M14 has enough range and muzzle velocity to compete with DMRs, and also seeing as how it can 3-shot kill to the body up to a massive 158 studs. The 6.5 Creedmoor conversion increases your mag size at the cost of damage and range. It now deals 34 damage up to 70 studs and 22 damage by 220 studs. The head multiplier is reduced to 1.4 and the body multiplier is reduced to just 1. The muzzle velocity is increased ever so slightly to 2574.05 studs per second, and it now has a 2 stud penetration depth. Here is the shots to kill table. The recoil has barely changed, but now it carries 30 rounds in the magazine with 120 rounds in reserve of 6.5mm Creedmoor rounds. It has a longer reload speed, but I don't have exact numbers because the stat screen is bugged, and also it reduces the aim speed to 13. Everything not mentioned remains the same. To be clear, this conversion may or may not reduce the recoil ever so slightly. The advanced stats page doesn't show any recoil changes, but I suspect something has changed on the back end. Okay, back on topic. This conversion is a purely situational one. It effectively kills the M14's range for a higher mag size. Ultimately, this makes it so the M14 performs even better at close range at the cost of its long range performance. This conversion is actually a great idea in close range maps like Metro or Neon District. Just be careful of the longer reload time. As I've stated earlier, the horizontal recoil is just absolutely ridiculous. Please do yourself a favor and use a commentator. It will help you tremendously during full auto. And that concludes this episode of Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps a lot. The next video might take a little while. My life's gonna get a little busy from now on, but hopefully it won't disrupt the schedule that much. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time.